are the taste lab of the Hebrew University. We're studying the sense of taste. There are 5 basic taste modalities: salty, sour, sweet, umami, which means yummy, delicious, ta'im in Japanese, and of course the bitter taste.
Commonly, it was thought that bitter taste was evolved in order to detect toxic substances and avoid poisons. But actually, we know today that it's not entirely true. We know that many bitter compounds are very healthy for us, and we need to consume them in our diet. It's a big problem, especially in the pharmaceutical industry, because a lot of drugs tend to be bitter, and especially it's problematic for children. We all remember as kids how horrible it is to take a very nasty drug. So we actually study what are the bitter molecules and what can we do about it, how can we mask the bitter taste of drugs. So specifically in my research, I study the bitter taste with computational tools. So I use methods from computer science and drug discovery to study the bitter molecules, to study the bitter taste, and actually predict in advance which molecules will be intensely bitter and which receptors will be activated by these molecules. I use my algorithms, my computational predictions, then I give it to Lior. Lior can check this in cells.
So in my research, I'm working with cells. I'm growing cells in our lab, and in my cells I can express the specific taste receptor that I want to study. I can detect whether the receptor is activated by a compound, so I can determine whether the compound is bitter or not bitter or extremely bitter.
The next step will be to give it to pharmaceutical companies to incorporate them inside the pills, and then the kid could swallow the drug and it will be less bitter. And we can actually use this combination of big data and experimental approaches to tackle this problem.